Welcome to another conversation with me, Victoria. Awakened Words. This time, I'm going to talk about mother and father wounds from childhood trauma. Wounds caused by toxic, confusing, or just disconnected relationships with your mother can affect self-esteem in many ways, including your romantic relationships, for your entire life. If you had a disconnected or abusive mother who would constantly belittle you, criticize you, and make you believe that you are not good enough, it can affect your life in a big way. If you don't heal these wounds, they can prevent you from seeing your true value, causing you to sabotage relationships before they even begin sometimes. It might be something for you to explore if you're having these issues in your life. We form our view of the world at a very young age from our connection and interaction with our parents and siblings. And if our mothers have their own trauma, their own baggage, that affects the way they show their love for us. Then we tend to take on some of that trauma and baggage, thinking that it's ours. This gets in the way of cultivating a healthy relationship with anyone else, especially romantic partners. In relationships, especially romantic ones, you're unable to see what you bring to the table because you've always been told or treated like you were lacking. Your constant need for reassurance quickly becomes exhausting for a potential partner. You may experience one failed relationship after another, never really knowing why they didn't work. When you are denied affection from your mother, the one person who biologically programming tells us should always love and care for you no matter what, your sense of safety in the world is taken from you. Your whole foundation is shaken to the core, and you spend your life not allowing anyone to get close to you because you're unable to trust others. Ultimately, this is because you don't know how to trust yourself. If your mother was largely absent or simply could not engage as a parent during your childhood, you may find yourself attracted to safe partners. They are the ones who see us as providing a stable foundation, but that you do not have that spark with. In other words, you may settle. You could also go to the other end of the spectrum and seek out a partner who treats you badly because deep down, you feel you must deserve it for not being lovable. Something your mother taught you at an early age. Regardless, until these wounds are healed, you will continue to subconsciously sabotage every relationship you try to build. Now let's talk about wounds from a toxic relationship or an absent father. This can affect your response to rejection or give you a tendency for neediness. This can push your partner away. Neglect or abuse from fathers can be fear of men in general. You keep yourself hidden away, small and unapproachable, or just plain unfriendly because you don't want another man in your life who hurts you. It doesn't matter how nice they are to you because your father taught you that men are toxic. And because we form our view of men from our fathers, you have taken on the belief that all men are bad. If you are out there dating, you may find that quickly you alter your behavior for your partner so that he never loses his temper, ever. And that is because you're afraid the monster is inside somewhere. This is disempowering, and it will sabotage your relationships rather quickly, too. If you were noticing any of these behaviors, it's likely due to the fact that you blame yourself for your father's temper and for the fact that you were his punching dummy. Of course, your head will tell you that's not true, but your heart imprinted from childhood that if you'd be good enough, he wouldn't have beat you. Unfortunately, many women and men who were abused by their fathers get caught in a negative cycle of choosing men, just like their dads, for partners. They become buried in the victim energy, not only having no idea how to dig themselves out, but also really having absolutely no awareness about this as a reason for their poor choices and boyfriends. A woman with an abusive background may suffer from depression, PTSD, and even physical ailments caused by years of stress from childhood. This is understandable, and it can make it next to impossible to date or develop a long-term relationship, as any new relationship would feel the weight of this almost immediately. Neglect or absence by a father can cause low self-esteem, I need to be the center of attention, or abandonment issues. Years of trying to get your dad's attention and failing, or experiencing a father leaving and never coming back, can foster this intense need to be seen, always to be constantly interesting and entertaining to hold your partner's interest. This is exhausting on both ends and will lead to a partnership buzzing out rather quickly. Fear of abandonment can create unreasonable jealousy in a relationship and an emotional clinginess that scares potential partners away. Let's learn how to prevent this. Now, we're going to discuss how we can go about removing trauma wounds and to heal your heart in order to be in alignment with your romantic soul path. You need to clear that residual programming that is left in your energy field by those traumatic experiences so you can come to your partner or future partner with a fully open heart. The most important thing you need to do is to have a relationship you deeply desire, is to clear out those wounded patterns that are holding you back so you can have the love you want and deserve. Once these painful patterns are removed from your subconscious, you can begin showing up in relationships differently. You can connect with your partner on a deep heart level instead of from your wounded inner child. I offer wonderful meditative sound baths, Reiki energy healing, and tuning fork chakra balancing to get you started on your journey to clear these wounds and let them go and start living in the present and loving yourself as you should. Please contact me at meditationtimehome.com, and I hope to meet you soon. My links will be in the description below. Thank you and have a great week. Thank you for joining me with Awakened Words.